I just think that in reality, you gotta have common sense along with book smart. You gotta have common sense. If you don't know not to put your hand on this damn stove because it's hot, that means you have no common sense. It's hot. You know you don't supposed to put your hand on
What we're seeing, what's going on is, unfortunately, you have a lot of fathers in prison, right? We were programmed early on, Mo, when the fathers couldn't be in the home, when our parents had to be on welfare. So we were programmed then. They was programming us then to take the man out the home, right? The head, the guy who's supposed to teach his son how to shave, tie his tie. Eye opener. This is for a conversation for with our kids and grandkids. Because we if we took passing to our kids, they should be passing down to their kids. But they're watching us, so we act out here acting a fool. Guess what's gonna happen? Who they learning from? Where
right.
they getting information from?
You know what? This is exactly why the therapists or the counselors, my job becomes harder, because I deal with the men that are being taken, I'll say, addicted to something. Either to sex. They're addicted to sex. They're addicted to drugs. They have miscommunication. They're angry. They're angry at their fathers for not being in the picture. They're angry at their mothers for what the mothers couldn't provide. And I'm speaking from a mother that came from a marriage. So I was married and the husband left.
About all black. I don't think it's for all cultures, but like dude said, man, women want the bad boy. They attracted to them. They're not attracted to the nerds or anything like that, because they made fun of them in high school. They had their own businesses, or they come up with new inventions, and then they probably think later on, I should have talked to him or something like that. But it's that's what they like, because they said in these rap videos, they said in the movie. So it's all.
Like, I don't feel like police being in the area is the answer because of the tension. There's already problems. Like, if I see you, the first thing in my mind is to run, hide. They gonna search me, gun me down, Trayvon. I don't think that that's the answer. But
okay, Molly Moho. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in as always. They got it a lot better than we had it growing up. We literally had to wait on daddy or mommy to hand us money or food stamps to go to the store. Now and they can be all the way at work and say, "Mom, hungry, I need more money." Cash out right to your car and you good. So it's different times. So.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, Miss J?
Hey, Tomo, how are you today? And how was your weekend?
Man, I am doing great, and my weekend was fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
It was good, nice and quiet, relaxation.
Okay.
Not too much going on. I'm working on a project and redoing my basement, so that requires a lot.
Yes, indeed. Trust me, I know. Being a homeowner is most definitely expensive, man, at some points when you're doing certain things. Now, I see that Dr. Purpose, her and her daughter was on live yesterday for the cooking show thing. I tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a whole lot of likes. I couldn't do the donation. I'm sorry, Dr. Purpose. I couldn't do the donation, John. You know what I mean? But I really enjoy what they're doing. The food looked delicious. Hopefully one day I'll get an opportunity to be able to taste what they're doing. As long as it ain't real spicy. That spicy stuff, I don't get down with that for real. What's up,
Big D? Hey, Reese, DJ, Slicky.
They coming in. All right, Dr. Purpose, we just talked about you.
Yes.
footage, man, I'm gonna post on my page about some of the stuff y'all did yesterday. Always
Yeah.
a pleasure, man, to see somebody doing something.
Old school, new school.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But today is Monday. You know, we gonna call it Good Monday, or what we call it, just Monday. It's just Monday.
Hey, Kenneth.
What's up, Kim?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Good Monday. You know, we woke up this morning, so that's a good reason to say Good Monday. We here. You know what I mean? To be able to share whatever we got going on that we want to share. Now, um, I want to just encourage people, man, to work out, man. We're not getting no younger. And I'm not saying this because I'm working out, because I've been saying this before I even started, because it took me a minute to get back into the groove. But me actually in the groove, I feel great. Like my body, I feel great. I feel confident. I feel strong. You know what I'm saying? My mind is clear on making, decisions, because I know I'm being active. You know what I mean? I can just look back on the a minute days. Like I used to get out of bed till after 10 o'clock. That was my schedule. Like I'm not getting up till after 10, and then I'll start my day. And now, and I used to be kind of sluggish. I used to be kind of sluggish as the day go on. But now that I'm back into the workout field, man, I gets up earlier. Matter of fact, I'm in the gym by 10. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get up out of there by 12. Sometimes I'll do an hour, then sometimes I may do an hour and a half. It depends on what I got scheduled for that day. But I'm just saying, like, it feels good. My body feels good. My bowel movements are moving, correctly. You know what I'm saying? All these things got to do with your body, because as you get older and you're not doing certain things, your body will shut down in certain places. And then you wonder why I don't feel like doing nothing, why I'm so sluggish, why I'm so evil, you know, why I'm mad at the world. You know what I mean? You need a relief, you know what I mean? And that comes with just being active every day, even if you're just walking. If you're just walking, but you gotta walk though. Come on, let's don't be walking to the corner store back. Tell me you done without walking. That ain't walking. You gotta at least get you a mile or two in, 3 miles if you can. Just walking. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about, because y'all are the famous ones that do the walking. And it's healthy. It's good for your body, your bloodstream, all that got to be operating and functioning right. I don't know if y'all understand. Like, we just like cars. We just like a vehicle. So that means if you don't put no gas in your car ain't going nowhere. You don't change your oil in your car, you're going to have a disaster. If you don't change the spark plugs, the car will be moving crazy. So same thing with our bodies. The very same thing, man. We need to drink plenty of water. Choose your own, which one you drink. Drink plenty of water, man, to flush your kidneys and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Try to eat. I changed my diet. I'm not eating a lot of, I'm going to call it fat tissue stuff, meaning a lot of potatoes, cupcakes, candy, sweets, all that stuff that builds fat, because sugar is fat, period. You know what I mean? I just want you guys to know, man, like, it's very important that you take care of your body. You take care of your body, you take care of your mind, and you can feel strong. This is not about other people. This is about you as one individual that's living a life out here, man, that's want to be understood as, and you know what you're doing. How can you live a life if you don't know which way you're going? You just, how they say, man, you all over the place. All over the place, because you don't have a foundation of what you're doing and how how you dealing with your life. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with that. I just wanted to say that to you guys, because I know in the summertime a lot of people work out in the summertime, but it's backwards. We need to work out in the wintertime for the summertime we can shine.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? When they see you in the summer, they be like, "Oh, you look good. What you been doing?" I've been taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of activities going on in the wintertime, so you have time to work out, But in the summertime, everything going on. Parties here, kids having birthday parties, you doing some things. So you really don't get a chance to really get that workout in. But each is on. I appreciate you guys for joining us today here on the Tom Mo Show with our queen, Janice. Okay, Miss J. I ain't get the whole name.
I know, right? My whole government name.
Okay, and my main man, Marlon Mall, $1 million moment, Big D, and Dr. Purpose, and also Sade. Man, we here for you guys, man. So we're gonna jump into some things. Janice, you doing the lead today, or what's happening? Because Marty is missing it. Missing. Where you at, Mark? Which way we going today?
I hope Ma gonna have to at least give me some guidance here. I mean, if I'd have known in advance, I definitely would have been prepared with some topics.
We always prepare because there's always something to talk about. Trust me, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I just heard recently, earlier today, on the news that it was a shooting. Two people got shot over in Southeast, and then I think they found another two victims got shot over in Northwest or Northeast or something like that. But they said they are not connected. You know what I'm saying? But they do have a suspect on the shooting over in Southeast that happened over the weekend. Um, I mean, it just is when you say Southeast, that's like close to home for me. You know what I mean? And I just, and the brother Ron Moten seems like he's doing a whole lot of stuff. Have you noticed that, Janice?
Yes.
He's doing a whole lot of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out why we having all these different shootings when this brother is presenting so many different uplifting programs to the city for to have something to do, somewhere to go, some entertainment. I don't know if he's charging or how much he's charging, but I know it's going on because every time I'm on the Facebook, I see him presenting that he's doing for the community, and I most definitely want to give him a hand clap for that. Continue to do what you're doing, my brother. Also, let's do it again, man. We're going back into the studio tonight. We're going into the studio and we're going to most definitely, man, work on this song. Lean with it, rock with it. We're going to work on that joint, man, so we can go ahead and put that thing out along with Love and Happiness. We're going to redo. We're going to redo Shake It, Don't Break It because when I originally did it, I did it with Vintage Band and Show. Now that we do it a different way. Same concept, but just a different way. So I want to redo it and have it under Let's Do It Again band as well. So that's most definitely what I got lined up going on today. What you got going on, Marty Mark? What you got lined up for us today?
Oh man, I heard you was mentioning the two people who passed yesterday, tragically killed. But before I get started, I like to welcome the people in here. Who we got in here? Sliggy Woo, my boy Kenny in here. We try and get you on one of these topics with us, Kenny. We get too deep for you, though. Kenny a reverend, so I don't know if he can get on some of these topics. What's up, Reese Ree, Big D? How y'all doing? Tom, how you doing, Janice? My screen keep blinking in and out, so y'all see me looking up. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm just assuming that my camera's working.
Your camera is working. We see you, Paul. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna be looking at this screen to see y'all most of the time. That's why my laptop been blinking in and out.
Right.
So that's what I was back here doing. But yeah, man, we got another tragedy. I don't know if y'all follow Killmore News, but it was 2 shootings yesterday, 4 people dead, and it all happened in DC. I know one of them was in Ward 6 though. So I don't know if it was all in Southeast or now. I don't know how they break the wards down. I hate them invisible lines, but we know how the kids look. They look like us, more black on black crime. It's just a sad case. And it was 2 people in 2 different incidents. So the total was 4 people. I don't know what Ron Moten and them doing. From the time I was younger, I was in Peace of Harlots. Shit, I done lost a lot of friends, that was in the same programs and all that. So I don't know what they doing, man. I just really think a lot of them people in there for the money. That's how I look at it. I like to see results. It's like somebody you see them cleaning the bathroom here and there, but the bathroom never clean. Like, how the hell is this possible? Like, we see you go in there, yeah, they not actually cleaning up. They just walking in there, like, so I just need to see them clean up the neighborhood for real. Right. But until then, we're gonna keep saying this, but we're gonna move on from that today, because what we've been saying, what Janice been saying, man, it's finally true. Now this fake leak because TMZ. I'm gonna put TMZ post up here so y'all can see that TMZ posting it now. but it's something that we said over a year ago, and they leaked this information. Like, come on, man. They saying that the COVID-19, or when that basically the jabs and everything basically started in China. Remember, it was a racist. It was some racist dude. Tom, you remember that dude name? He was like a president or something. He kept saying this shit was made in where China, and everybody's making fun of him. China, but now it's no longer funny because they saying this shit was actually made in China. They saying that it's leaked out, but it's crazy that we've been saying it. I know I've been saying it.
Right.
Everybody said I was crazy because it's something that Trump said. But at the end of the day, now they saying what Trump said, what I said, what we've been saying on this show is actually true, or they saying it's leaks that it might be true. So I want to know y'all thoughts on this. You know, that basically everything we've been saying about the jab, that it partially was made in the lab, is not natural. It actually man-made. They saying that it's true now, and it actually was actually made in China. Like in this TMZ, y'all see it at the top. Go on TMZ website. They talking about it crazy now. I don't like to share too many of their videos because y'all already know what they're gonna do.
Right.
Down. So I just shared one of their posts. But what's your thoughts on that, Janice? That they saying the jab and everything was actually created in the lab.
We know this, but we know the government funded the project.
Yeah.
The government gave them the money to go in the lab and make this virus. And Fauci was a part of it. We got a lot of Democrats, Republicans, they all in. This is the government. So again, we knew, but we talked about this. We already know where it came from in the lab and with them bats.
Bat thing. Well, I mean, I know when it first kicked off, we knew China was the first spot that really got hit by it. You know what I mean? They was the first ones that was shutting down, walking around with masks all over the place. It started in China. Everybody that was going to China and then coming back to DC was bringing the virus back over here. So we knew they started it from the very beginning, even with what's his name, man? The scientist. Is that what,
Fauci.
who?
Dr. Fauci?
Yeah. Even him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so terrible how we get put in certain situations because of other people's actions of I don't know what they trying to grow, what they because they done changed technology tremendously. We know that, and in order for them to do that, someone had to say, "Hey, let's try this." Why would somebody go in a lab and say, "Hey, let's try this and put a virus out to kill millions of people?" Which that was the purpose. That was the purpose of putting the virus out was to destroy, to bring the body count, try to stabilize how many people they have here on Earth, and that's crazy. They felt like they needed to kill people, man, to bring for we can. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just thankful, man. I'm alive today because I most definitely had it, and it was a terrible experience, man. That I don't think nobody wanted to go through. You know what I mean? But we knew where it started at, and we just got to deal with it, man. I don't know. I think we're gonna end up going to war with China. So.
Absolutely. I told y'all that.
Yeah.
It's in the making for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, it's TV. It's acting. It's to put y'all and us in fear, all us people. Like, it's just amazing to me that they constantly keep doing it. Everything that I was saying and everybody else 2 years ago that was getting shut down, doctors then got muted. I'm saying, do we owe people apology for saying this stuff was made in the lab? I'm just so amazed that people just totally forget that Bill Gates did say this was for population control. Like, he literally came out and said they was gonna put this stuff out, and then when the stuff came out, they was asking where did it come from. We had only had one person over there that said that it came from China, and they made fun of it. I want to know, how do they people feel about that now? Do we owe Trump an apology? Because everything he said so far about this virus and what they was doing where it came from is true now. If they come out and possibly and say it really came from China in a lab, Do we owe these people apology? Like, do we start looking at these other people who was making fun of certain doctors that came on social media and said, don't take this because it can cost you this? Pregnant. Remember when Nicki Minaj came out and said, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't get it. It's causing abortion. It's causing some girls to miss their cycle and all that. They bashed her and everybody's making fun of her, telling she don't know what she's talking about. Shit. But now all of these things are true. So I'm like, when we gonna start owning up apologies? When they gonna start coming out? Cause they made Kanye West apologize for telling the truth. So when they come out and tell lies and make people look bad in the media and make them like basically you won't listen to nothing Trump say these days. Because everything he said was idiotic, he was crazy, he was dumb. But now it's starting to come out true. Nobody listened to nothing that Nicki Minaj said because everything, oh, she's not a politician, this and this. But now everything that she possibly came out and said is true. So it's just like everything we've been saying on this show is possibly true. The shows that got banned off of YouTube, the reason why we suspended, a lot of these reasons they starting to come out and say, oh, dang, y'all was right. I'm not a doctor. It shouldn't take any of us to be a doctor, go to school 8 years to actually know common sense. They've been doing the same thing every 100 years, every 25 years. They breaking it down and they doing the same thing. They just renamed it. They can be the flu virus. They're going to call it COVID. They're going to give it all different names, the measles. They're going to find any type of way to constantly put jabs into it. And we got to stop falling for the trick. I ain't getting no flu shot. I ain't getting no COVID shot. None of that stuff. And I've been good. All you got to do is take care of your body. Stop letting people trick you into putting poison into your body. And we killing ourselves. They tricking us into killing ourselves. I'm like, we need to hold up. Somebody owed up apologies.
I think people got to stop being scared. That's why a lot of people ran and took that jab because they were scared. You know what I mean? I mean, even in my household, man, my wife was scared. She was like, "Man, look, of course, she tried to use the government job joint. Man, my job saying I gotta take it. I'm like, man, I'm on live every day talking about no, no, no. Why? You know what I mean? I was really upset about that. But some people they say that they believe in the Lord. This was the time when you supposed to express your I believe in God that He's going to protect me, that He got my back. You know what I mean? But people were so scared. And that's just like if anything happened, when they push it out on the media that it may be dangerous, it may be hazardous, people get nervous. If they say, man, we're going to have a big blizzard tomorrow, Safeway, John, Artie's, everything going to be crowded. If they saying we're going to have a shortage on water, they going to buy every water in the store. You know what I mean? People get scared. They go do stuff. You got to stand on what you really believe and what you know. And common sense is most definitely important, man. I wouldn't care how smart you is with the books. You got to be able to make some decisions on your own, just knowing. Because I don't know, man. I'm just. If you live long enough, you going to go through some stuff that you gonna be able to say, oh, I remember that. Oh man, that ain't real. Oh yeah, they do that all the time because the world don't do nothing but go around in circles, man. The trends round in circles, man. When my mother and them was teenagers, they was wearing the bell bottom pants and all that. Man, they doing that right now in the day. We talking about over 50, 60, 70 years. They doing the same thing. They bring the same clothing back with a different name, a different person that's doing it. So I don't know. I just seen an article about the COVID joint. I think I sent it to you, Maul, on your message just yesterday when they had some people in court that was saying, yeah, they put the virus out on purpose to kill millions of people. I sent it to you. I think I may have sent it to you too, Miss J. I'm not sure. But I said it out last night, man, because I'm saying, man, this is the same thing we talked about years ago. And now all of a sudden it quieted down and now it's back into the public eye as in, oh, we were saying we was right. Far as apology, I don't think the Tomo show owe nobody apology because we was right on point. All had nothing to do with the government. That's all now.
Not only do they owe apologies, you talking about a million plus people died from COVID. So yep, the many. So they need to go back and pay these family members, right? And it should be a bracket based on the age. because if somebody died at 20, right, they had like, okay, if you want to put an age limit on, I mean, you know what I'm saying, factor 18 to 80, right? But they should break it down because you got in their head, you might live like a 20-year-old might live longer than an 80-year-old. We expect that, right? So I'm thinking that something needs to be done to reassure the people if they want to try to build trust with the people, they're gonna need to come out and try to smooth this over. And we know how they stroke folks. They come with something different. But again, you had people, it was mandated for some government employees, not no, not some, all. And they took that jab. Some people died from the jab. So they need to compensate those people that died from the jab, and they need to take this mandatory vaccination and throw it out the window somewhere, because in some places it's still mandatory.
Yeah, you're right. You're most definitely right.
There's some people talking about how to sue, but that's the thing. When we first brought this up, I was telling people don't get it, because when all this stuff come out, you can't sue these people. I was telling y'all back then you can't sue them. So people trying to come out and sue people for something that they already was protected by. They actually had it in writing that if y'all get sick, die, or anything from this jab, we are not responsible. And people still was taking it. So it's too late. It's too late. You know,
But
they just,
Ma, they could have a good fight,
oh
because
yeah.
if they get some good lawyers, some crumps, and them big profile lawyers, you talking about something that the government created or funded. So there could be some wiggle room and some legal battles there for sure. But
Yeah,
you
I
know, the
want it.
government, their resources are unlimited. So you better have some money. But when they do the class action suits, they basically, they don't ask for the money up front. But I believe I would definitely support that, because people died taking that jab, and that's awful. And they knew where this came from. So not that they could have stopped it. Hey, Laquita, because once it leaked out of the lab, it was just too late at that point.
Yeah, but if anyone that took the jab signed uh, paperwork saying that they agree on whatever the terms are, how could they sue? How could they have wiggle room on a document that's saying we're gonna not be responsible for whatever the outcome may be on this, and you supposed to sign it saying, I agree. Where's the wiggle room to sue somebody? That's
If you come back and find later that they were not truly honest with the with the protocol, what's in the jab, and they where it came from, then you have a leg to stand on. You can fight this, because number one, they lied to the people. The government should be held accountable for this, because they paid for this. In China, whoever was in that lab, whatever doctor was responsible, of course, what they gonna do? They not get ready to give up their money, because even though they have insurance policies, it's gonna be he gonna go after the government. So I mean, you would make the lawsuit where it's the lab, the government, and the scientists.
I'm just stuck on the part that you know I thought contracts supposed to be what it is. I thought contracts mean something, because right now what I'm getting from you is that regardless if they signed it or not, if they made some mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
forget what the contract said.
Mm-hmm.
We got legal rights, and if
Yeah.
that's the case, then we should be able to sue banks and all that. And because you sign paperwork when you get a loan from a bank, but sometimes you get a loan from a bank, and I'm saying me, prime example, got a loan years ago to get a brand new car, and I went and got a pre-owned car, and I still had to pay that money. That it even went up. The contract I signed wasn't the rate wasn't as high getting a new car, but I signed it
Mm-hmm.
saying I'm getting a new car, but I changed my mind and got a pre-owned car, and they actually changed the whole thing where I was paying more money than what I signed for from the beginning.
It's always loopholes. We gotta remember. Hey, Kimberly, we gotta remember who wrote these policies, right? They made them where it's a loophole in it for them. So we just gotta, I don't know. I just believe that it is definitely, if they made errors along the way, anybody can, like we know, anybody could sue. But again, it would definitely, if you got good lawyers and you find evidence of wrongdoing and they misled individuals, then you can't, yeah, I did this because you said this, but this didn't happen. So again, like you look at those really good, lawyers, I believe that they could definitely definitely get a payout. I
But I
believe that.
but I tell you what, this going to show you if they got loopholes and all that, because they are trying to sue the government for Malcolm X death. The family is trying to sue after 50 something years, 60 something years that went past since this man been dead. And they saying that they going to sue them because they got evidence that they had something to do with it. You know what I mean? So if they get a lawsuit on that, then yeah, I'm gonna start going through some of the contracts that I done been dogged on.
Y'all just tuning in. We were just talking about, now they saying that it's leaks coming out saying that the virus was created in China. And it's everywhere now. TMZ even posted they sales. So it's just weird that people came out and said this and they got hated for it. They was called racist and everything. And I recall Trump saying this, and a lot of people got pissed off. I'm talking about the Chinese people hate him, the black people hate him, and they constantly push out this bad information to get him hated on. I'm just like, who owed this man an apology? And in case some people forget,
says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's China. Racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
I'm just saying, it comes from China. It was so funny, but he was really telling the truth. And he got bashed, he got hated, he got banned from Twitter. Who owns Twitter now? He can't never really get on Twitter. Even if he do, they can control what he talk about. That was the one man I really think was telling us the truth, and we bashed him and we hate him because the media made us hate him. But at the end of the day, I'm like, who owed up the apologies to us? And for the people like him who was telling us that this stuff came from China. It was made in the lab from China. Over and over for the whole year and after year, it was made in China. Everything was made in China. They know Fauci was colluding with China. Not only China, with Russia, who we fake going to war with. And we turn around and really think we about to go to war with China. Do you think our ops will let us come down there and create a virus? And we create a virus together and hurt each other countries? No, they working together. Y'all can use it. See how it tests on y'all people? We're using that. We're going to have to make it over there so our people can't see it. Because they got more control over their people. Over there, they really can't do but so much unless they allow them to. Over here, we got more freedom. So we can get in our government business, but we just got to wake up. We got to stop being retarded. That's how it is. We really stupid. We retarded sometimes. I just hate that it come out 2 years later and stuff we've been saying to the people, and we've been getting argued at. I know family members that ain't talking to people just because of the lies that they told. I'm talking about they messed up relationships, friendships, and a lot of people died from this. These kids having heart attacks in the 11th grade. They falling out on the basketball court. These is our top athletes just falling out, and it's coming from the jab. And now they starting to come out and say, oh, this might be causing it. But we've been saying these things was causing it. So I'm just like, stop ignoring people because the media tell y'all that don't like this person. Just don't like none of them. And just take in the information. Because when you start to pick a side, you would really just start taking information from the side you dislike, and you'll start taking the information from the side that you like. And Joe Biden been the side that most people like, and he the one been giving y'all this false information. Take the jab. Fauci, the side that y'all like. Oh, wear the mask. Oh, you can wear it all day. The kids should wear it in school, out of school. And now this was causing this, and this was causing that. So I'm just like, man, we got to understand we was good before this jab came out. None of us walking around here but Michael Jackson like that, and we laughed him out because he had to travel these places that he already knew these things exist. So I'm just saying, man, we just got to get our mind back. Until then, we're going to be lost. We're going to be waiting until they say, oh, it's okay to do it or it's not okay. They really had us in the house for weeks at a time, telling us we on curfew. We grown. We was on curfew. I'm just saying, we got to wake up. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, y'all.
Yeah, it was a mess. It most definitely was a mess, man. For a whole year, it was a mess out here, man. But but we made it. We made it, and now what we doing is we going back talking about the same thing that we was saying as the pandemic was in effect. We was on live. We was on. We dealt with that, and we tried to tell everybody, from our standpoint of the information we was getting from all both ends, but then we had to realize ourselves what was real and what was not real. Not saying that the virus wasn't real. The virus was real. Okay, we're not saying it, but when they came out with the jab saying that this is going to cure you from getting the virus, they was actually putting the virus in your system, just like they do the flu shot. I don't do those shots either, and I barely get sick. I get sick for real, once a year. You know what I mean? And that's when that weather changed from the summer to winter. Everybody get a cold during that kind of time. But other than that, I mean, my biggest thing was trying to figure out why they keep trying to get the whole world to take this shot, though. What is in this shot that they want in your body? They want to see if your body can fight it off. Because if you can't fight it off, then you was a person that was going to pass away. But they did it, and a lot of people lost their life, taking that jab, man. And no matter, and like Marty said, family members and all that, man, had fallout because if you ain't taking the shot, they don't want you around. Don't be coming around here. Your mother, your father, if they was in the elder age, they was like, you ain't taking the shot, but don't be coming over here. You know what I mean? It was a mess. It was a mess, man. But I don't know, man. I just know that we do the best we can, man, to deliver the right news to you guys, and whatever's going on. You know what I mean? It's all about research and it's all about just making the right decision. Let's go to a quick break, Maul, and then we'll be right back with the second half of the Tom Mo Show.
All right, look. Okay, we're gonna do this thing, man, in about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Hey, you guys, all you social media junkies out there. I'm Lady of Troy, and I'm here to ask all of you to participate in watching the Tom Mo Show. The Tom Mo Show is incredible, it's entertaining, energetic, and informative, and you really don't want to miss it. Monday through Fridays from 1 to 2 p.m., and then you get a double shot on Wednesdays from 9:30 to 10:30. I'll see you there.
Welcome to the Tom Mo Show. Hey, I'm glad you paid that commercial, Maul. Before we move forward, the Lady of Troy is having her birthday bash this Thursday down at the Shark Bar. My man Rocksteady Project gonna be there. That's gonna be this Thursday. That's March the 2nd from 8 to 11 p.m. And it says on her birthday bash, man. I know I'm gonna be there. And it's free. So I know a bunch of people always want something free. You know what I mean? So yeah, if y'all ain't doing that, man, this Thursday down at the Shock Bar, man. Y'all know where's that in Waldorf. We got Rocksteady Project gonna be performing, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be lit. So we appreciate Lady of Troy, man. She's very influenced about the show. We can't wait till we get her back on the show. Um, but she most definitely got a lot of things that's going on with her that's going to be a part of the show once she get it all together. But yeah, if y'all ain't doing that, man, come on down that Thursday, man, Shock Bar, man, and just have a great time, man. I will be there. I don't know about Maul, if Maul trying to go or not, but I know I'm gonna be there, man, to support her, and she support us on the Tom Mo Show all the time. And then who don't like a birthday party?
Birthday party. Yeah, I do appearances sometimes, man. 250 depends. I do walkthroughs from time to time. I'm getting there. If I show up early, where they ain't gonna want to pay me no more. We could catch you for early day. It's like, nah, I make it out if I can, Lady of Troy. That's our girl. What up, Carmen?
Hey,
We got
Carmen.
here. Y'all hit that like button. We got 20 some viewers in here, 5 likes. Y'all know, man. I don't want them turning red over there. We need to get them
real, man, because it's like they not using common sense. They not using common sense. If you come on, man, like the show, push the button, like, hit the heart. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. You know what I mean? What's the other one?
Share.
You know what I mean?
Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, I mean, do that off the break. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that out. I know it's hot today. I know it is. But anyway, man, we still appreciate you, man, coming on, period. So we know the information is most definitely being shared with other people, man. Because I done met so many people that I have actually shared our show with that been coming on, man, and saying that they like the conversations we are having. Okay, Mo, back to you.
They got it, man. Just follow the page. Y'all follow us. Every day you get some good news. This one right here is just an old clip. I remember, I don't know if y'all probably was on the show this day when Kanye was at your boy, what's his name, Joe Osteen, that pastor dude. He let Kanye speak at his church, and it didn't go as he planned. He started talking about some whole other stuff. But when he said, there's a lot of people laughed at him. But this guy right here or lady, they recorded a child watching the Super Bowl, and a lot of people think kids don't know what they saying or they can't mimic what they see only when they get a certain age. Like, nah, when they 10, they know what they doing. No, from the womb to the tomb, they know exactly what they doing. These kids catch on fast. So I'm gonna play this clip and y'all give us y'all thoughts on not only what he's saying, just pay attention to the baby as well. They doing exactly what he's saying in the clip.
Like not taking the responsibility of man. That's why I say the song Closed on Sunday is the hardest record ever made, as hard as the NWA record, because it's talking about protecting your kids from the indoctrination of the media, the thousands and thousands of images that are fed to children by the age of 6 or 7. And within those images, there are images mixed in that we don't know about as parents that are purposely mixed in to lower the kids' superpower and esteem so that they can be more susceptible to consumption and feel that they need to consume and become a part of the robotic numeric system that controls so much of the media. I just had to say it like this. You can rewind it and then do research what I'm talking about.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Mo Show. Let's get it.
Like, Kanye don't shut his crazy butt up, but a lot of people ain't probably heard that saying before. You give me a boy until he's 7, I give you a man. Basically saying all I need to do is program him for the first 7 years of his life. And no matter what, you can take him, and about time he's 40, I can tell you exactly what type of man he's going to be. And that's what he was basically trying to let people know. Like, they programming your child all the way up to the age of 7. Once they pass 7, they mostly got them. A lot of people don't see that because you see a kid dancing to a video, you're like, it's cute, And I used to watch my daughter just watch, and just she do anything Beyonce do, anything Sierra do, and I used to be like, oh, it's cute because she trying, and it's funny just watch it. And then eventually she started to do it. I'm like, whoa, hold on, she can, like, nah, it don't look funny, just like she can do everything they do. Definitely at 13 now. But it can be in a way it can help them, in a way it can hurt them as well, because that's not the only thing they watching. It's a lot of other things they sneak in there and they be like, well, they too young to understand that. But that's exactly why we don't do certain things in front of kids. I don't care how old you is. A lot of people ain't having sex in front of their kids. It can be 5 months. You can be like, nah, wait till he go to sleep or something. He looking at it or something. But it ain't like that when this television. We just hand them a pad, not understanding these is bad things for them to be saying. They might be grinding and doing all that. Men kissing men, girls kissing girls. We don't understand. We program it. Then when they get to a certain age, they say, I feel like I was born like this. This is what I was born to do. No, this is what you was programmed to feel like, programmed to do. And we don't know who did the program because it wasn't you. But the whole time it's the television. It's the things that they seeing in the TV. And this little kid was young. What's your thoughts on this, Janice or on? Because he ain't that old.
Social media. Once again, this gives us a clear example on how the music is influencing our young kids. This baby just watching, he can't even be two, right? Oh, girl, 2 years old, dancing, trying to do the same moves the dancers making. Again, like you said, that image, once that image hits their brain, they don't know how to process it to know if it's good or bad. They just do it. This is why we have to be very careful when we're raising kids because they're watching everything and we are programming them. So again, just like racism, it's a learned behavior when you run across kids who are racist. It's a learned behavior. So this is a learned behavior. This is something he saw. They're gonna keep trying it. I watch Nori. So when he's here, he got his iPad. He know how to go on that joint, man. Twist the pages, play the game. I'm like, he's not even two. So again, we have to be careful and we got to be watchful. You know, these our kids need parental supervision, and this is where a lot of them stray because there's nobody to say, "Hey, you know, even though they did this, it wasn't right." So we're not correcting the behavior as they see it as being normal because they seeing it in the home. So what's wrong with it, mom? So this is when you got to have conversations with kids around television and music. We have to. We know music is influencing our kids. All I want to be rappers. Look at the little boys walking around with their pants hanging down, walking around with choppers and all these Glocks and just weapons because this is what they're seeing in the music, right? So we got TikTok and we got all these challenges going on that's putting us and them at risk because they're watching something. This social media thing is really out of control because there's no type of monitoring. Nobody's monitoring this. They monitoring us. Yeah, but you know, you see things and you're like, wow, we can't even say one word. They shut us down. So who's doing the monitoring? Yes, yes, we laughing at them. That's why we can't correct it. I ain't gonna lie. I can't play with you. Because I know that if I can let this behavior continue, it's going to be out of control when you get 15, 16, 17. Now you holding a Glock on somebody or somebody that killed you out there.
And little boy getting it in too, huh?
What we know is that we just don't have the big mamas no more, man.
Yes.
You know, we don't have the big mamas no more. We don't have the adult that's in the home that cares about what the child is watching and learning. When we was growing up, man, I'm talking about in my household, when we was growing up, we couldn't just turn on the TV. We had to ask first. And my mother wanted to know what you looking at. You know what I mean? If it was some adult stuff going on, they wouldn't let us look at that. Come on, go in the room. This for grown people. You don't need to know. But they was protecting us from the garbage. Period. That's what they was doing. Of course, eventually we learned, but we had an opportunity to be kids. Kids should be exposed to all this real adult life that we living in every day today. You know what I mean? And then some of these dance moves up here, they some faggy shit going on, man. You know, got your son, he up there and he dropping it like it's hot and all this. Come on, man. What you creating? You know what I mean? Because when he get around the girls and the girls doing that, he gonna jump in and start doing it. So now he thinking he supposed to be like the girl. We gotta man up. We gotta man up. We gotta get strict. People always be talking about, man, you too serious. I'm serious because I'm serious about life. I look at my past and how all the things that I went through in my life because I did not have the proper guidance at some point in my life, man. I didn't have it. So I went through a whole loop of different things to learn and figure out what's the right way, what's the wrong way, and what's best for me, you know? And these are the same things we gotta teach our kids. Like, like I got kids. And I go on their pages and all that, man. I go on their pages, especially my daughters. I go on their page. And if I see some things that I feel like is unladylike, oh, I'm gonna address that issue with them. And they grown. They grown because you got a child that's gonna come behind you. That's gonna watch what you doing and one day be able to, because the videos don't go down, y'all. They keep these videos of everything that we're doing because it's attracting. So they keep up with it. That's how you can look at Michael Jackson when he was a kid of Jackson 5s and to when he became grown. They kept all that footage to be able to say this is how he became to be who he is.
Ma, don't get us banned. This look like some soft baby porn right here.
Yeah, he getting down more than the massage guy did. They got us all here.
But all he doing is copying what they doing. That's all he doing. And this is what kids do, man. When just like when they on them video games, man, they should have a certain how many hours they can even play them games. The kids should be on them games all day long and all night long, man. Like that, and they should be learning something to go to school or getting ready for bed to go to school. People riding around in their cars, listening to this rap music, they cussing up a storm, and as soon as they hear the child curse, they tell me, "Did you hear that? Yeah, what he said? What you say? What you say?" I seen I think it's a TikTok, and I sent it to you too, Mo. A little girl they got this little girl on TikTok, and the mother said to her, "I want you to tell me, how do you feel when I say something to you and it makes you mad?" And the little girl looked at her. She said, "You're not gonna get in no trouble. I want you to just tell me." And the little girl said, "I ain't gonna get in no trouble." She said, "No, just tell me how you feel when I do something to you and I make you mad." And you know what the little girl said? She said, "I say, this bitch asked me a whole bunch of questions." Yo, Joe, I was like, what? I'm saying, she said it. It was like, "I called you a bitch and everything, Slim, because you getting on my motherfucking nerve, and she ain't no more than 10. She ain't no more than 10. I'm telling you, I sent you the video, Mo. Because when I see stuff like that, man, and then they want to publicize this stuff like this is okay. That's your daughter looking at you like that. She feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is how you running your home.
Look at what she labeled her as.
Right.
Yeah, that was a little trend going on. Everybody, mothers was asking their kids, "You get one opportunity to tell me how you really feel when I make you mad. Like you can cuss, you can say however you want." And they was going hard. You know, they was like, "Yeah, this like worse than that." Like, "Yeah, bitch, da, da, da." That's what they be saying when they parents get them mad. It's like when your parents put you on punishment. You go in the room, "I hate her. I swear to God." They wanted to hear, "What did you say?" Behind, like, "I ain't gonna whoop you," and it's on video, so you know I ain't gonna whoop you. And they saying what they was saying. I heard some of the kids say some of the shit I was saying. I used to throw shit all in the room. "I swear to God, man, I could kill everybody in this motherfucker. I'd kill her." I just say all type of weird shit. Then that mother coming in like, "You better clean this room up." I'm like, "Damn, I done messed the whole room up. Gotta clean it all up." And she probably heard half the things I said. She know I ain't mean it. But then I'm like, these kids, they ain't lying. That's like, I felt like that sometimes. Like, man, you keep hitting me. When I get older, I swear to God, I just be in there going through it.
Amazing though. It's just amazing that our kids feel like that about us as parents. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the if I get mad at you and do something to you and you get mad at me, what would you say? "Well, I must have did something wrong, Ma. I know you love me." You know what I'm saying? That's something I would look for a child to be able to express as in, "I know I was wrong, but I still love you because I know you're trying to teach me the right thing." But we're not implanting these into these kids. We're saying, "No, go ahead on, tell me how you really feel." It was a lady that had her daughter on that joint, and she said, if you see this guy approach you that you don't know, but you know, what would you do? The little girl ran off, and then she came back. She said, "That's right. See my daughter? She know to run from strangers." Then she gave her the example as in, "Well, if you see a guy and you know he got some money, you know, and you know, what would you do?" The girl stood right there and looked at her. She said, "Why didn't you run?" She said, "Because I want to be a side piece like you, Mom."
Ain't do anything to go
What
viral.
are you teaching your kids? Okay, this is real, man. This is reality. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Kids gonna be ruling the world one day. They're gonna be our presidents. They're gonna be our senators. You know, they're gonna be our therapists. You know what I mean? These kids gonna go into a profession that's gonna be a part of the world that we live in, and our grandkids gonna be a part of that they're gonna have to deal with that. So everybody have a responsibility of making sure that they're setting good boundaries, as Janice always say, that they're setting good boundaries about when they got small kids around you. Understand they're watching and listening and want to do the same thing you're doing. So you shouldn't be on the couch kissing nobody and slobbing nobody down in front of a kid. That's not what you want to teach them kids.
Because they're going to go in the room and try to and be kissing on their cousins. And right, we seen mommy and the man, Uncle Bill, do it. You know, everybody was uncle back then.
Yeah.
That's how everybody's
house. I know they came to my house. My kids knew them as Uncle whoever, whatever. But
right.
Yeah. You play
yeah.
I got one clip. I think this one.
One time to cuss when I be making y'all mad, what y'all be thinking?
Man, this fat flat ass bitch get on my goddamn nerves.
This fat lazy ass bitch get on my motherfucking nerves when she say, "Why you do this? Why you do that?" with her lazy ass.
Man, this fat funky ass bitch always wanting something.
One thing they kept saying was this fat ass.
That and there's a million of them on TikTok, you know. So it's like the harder the kids went to bed. I think a lot of these joints was rehearsed too after a while. Like, look, you seen the last kids, we need you to go hard, you know. But it was funny. I still like, even for a clip, I couldn't even allow my child to do this, you know. But kids get mad at their parents, you know, and these are the things that they say behind their back. You know, they ain't dumb enough to come out to say these things, but I like the fact that they got something to say in it. And the madder they are, they let you know that's the more they parents discipline them. It's the ones who ain't got much to say that scare me, because it's like you don't get in trouble that much. But the ones who get in trouble a lot, they pissed off. They want to get their rocks off. That just let me know moms whoop that ass if you really get out of hand.
Yeah. But the thing, Mom, what makes me nervous, even though the parents said you can tell me you on live, I'm not gonna get you. Man, I'm used to, I'm not gonna get you, but then you end up getting me. Because Mom, if she got low self-esteem and she got issues here, you might have triggered your mom. And she didn't, not thinking, Mom not thinking either, because obviously her and the daughter called each other these names. There's no good parenting skills going here. If this is what you feel about your mother, how you call your mother a B? Because I don't care. You right? But again, the fat ass was nothing. But some women might have low self-esteem about that. And your child sitting here ridiculing the very thing you don't like about yourself that's causing me to not have a daddy in here for y'all.
And Dr. P said she could have said it. I couldn't say it if I got the opportunity. I'd have been like, my mother's trying to trick me. I would have did it. My little brother and my sister, I think they'd have did it though. I wouldn't have fell for it. I'd have still thought she trying to trick me.
But you know what actually going to happen? I'm telling you, and we probably see it later on down the line. These kids doing that right there, when they get in trouble, or their mother or father, they're gonna be on them for real. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the bitch you're talking about now. Let the bitch beat your ass." You know what I'm saying? Because you done call me all these names, and I let you call me that. So now that you in trouble, I'm gonna burn you up right now. So for you, every time you think about calling me out my name, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but is that fair to the child? Because you coming back. No, you held that. So do you have resentments about what I said? Again, this is what I'm saying. This is why you need somebody in there, right? That's healthy, because that stuff gonna be in the mom head, right? Like you just said, you waiting for them to do something. I'm waiting on you so I can get you for that.
Yeah, but them kids say what they hear, you know. So obviously she already being called a fat, ugly bitch. Like, I don't think there's something that hurt her. I think there's something they hear people calling her, or she said a lot to them. You know, like even one of the Couple of them, her daughters was jive big. You know, she probably like, bring your little fat ugly ass in. And they probably waiting to get back at her. I'm pretty sure her mouth is exactly how their mouth was coming off. So I just like your kids just a reflection of you.
Yes.
You know, so I'm gonna ask my daughter, like, I want, like, say what you want to say. Like, I just can't see her even doing that. You know, I just can't see it. You know,
They gonna have to sign a disclosure if they get me, cause they say tomorrow they gonna be an instant reflex. So I ain't playing these games with my kids.
Oh
Nah.
man,
You gonna have to sign a disclaimer, cause you can't call the police or go to the doctor.
Can't do none of
that. But that's why I would never put myself in that position to allow a kid to even repeat some stuff that they may want to say. If that's how you feel, keep it to yourself. If you say it out loud, you're gonna end up with false before you get 19. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we grew up. You know what I mean? But that ain't the parents today. The parents think everything is so cute. To hear your child curse, dance, provocative. You know what I mean? I mean, they dress their kids up like they grown nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You know, they dress them up like they grown. They put the little hot mini skirts and all this old wild stuff on them kids, man, and then wonder why they grow up to be strippers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's what you teaching me. You know what I mean?
Not value their body.
Right. Don't value themselves.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? But it may be a whole lot of fucking going on in the house.
And the boyfriend.
Or somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? That they see, you know. So I don't know. We just want you guys, man, to understand, man, that you gotta stay parents all the time. You can't be parents part-time. You know, you can't be a parent when you just want to feel good and you want to love on your child because you're going through some things in your own personal life, because women do it all the time. When they're going through some stuff, they lean on, oh, this is my baby. I love my baby. Ain't nobody me and my baby. I don't give a fuck. It's me and my baby. And then the next two motherfuckers, they get your ass in the room. Clean that goddamn, you know. It's terrible. Love your kids regardless, man. Just be a mom. Just be a dad. You know what I mean? Be a stepdad. You know what I mean? Be an uncle. Be an auntie. You know what I mean? Be a grandmother. Can you please just be a grandmother? You know, Janice, I always talk about you, man, when it comes down to how you in your grandkids' life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, people don't understand. This is what we supposed to do. You ain't doing it because you're looking for some brownie points somewhere down the line. You're doing it because I want to make sure that they going in the right direction of what's going on, regardless of what my daughter or my son may be teaching their kids. When they come around me, they need to know how to act. They need to know how to be. Like, one thing I can't stand is to go in somebody's house and I speak and the kids don't speak back. They just look at you and shit like. And then the parents standing right there don't say, oh, you ain't hear him speak. Speak. You know, smack him. Speak. What is you doing? He said hello. You know what I mean? Because your kid grow up just like that. They going people out, don't speak nothing, and looking at you like you wrong when you saying, damn, man, fucking kids ain't got no sense. They don't know to speak. You know what I'm saying? But when you let your kid do that and you standing right there and you don't say nothing, guess what? They think it's okay. So they continue to do that. It's not about they don't know you. It's not about they don't know you. It's about what you're teaching them. You know, what you're teaching them. You know, I remember in church, we used to have to take our hats off. We go to church, take that hat off. Now, man, they ended with all kinds of hats on in the church. They ain't taking the hat off for what? Come as you are.
Yeah.
You know, so it's so much, man. Like I said earlier, Janice, it's so much that we can talk about, man. You know, every time we get on with it, it don't have to be scripted because all we're gonna do is talk real life. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I just appreciate people understanding. Like, we're gonna say what you want to say, but you won't say it. You know what I mean? We're gonna say it. I know you might be thinking it, but you won't never say it. But we're gonna say it for you can feel comfortable to know, like, you're right. You should be able to speak out. You should be able to say some things. You know, and people should be able to accept it, because as being grown adult people, we only can govern ourselves, and we only can accept what we want to accept from other people. Period. You know what I'm saying? Nobody owe you nothing. Nobody owe you nothing. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta tune in. That's your decision. You know what I mean? So with that, man, we gotta get up out of here. you know, we already past time, as far as my watch is concerned. But
Yeah.
we're gonna leave y'all with some good energy, man. Y'all already know we'll be right back on here tomorrow from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, same time, same station. Um, Miss J, what you want to leave?
Yeah. Wow, we talked about a lot, but the main thing that stuck with me today was, and what I heard is behavior modification, programming, and redirect behaviors. We got to do these things. Some kids don't grow up in good neighborhood, home environments, so we see all these reckless behaviors. But all it takes is a compassionate or a calm, approach towards the young folks, family members as well. You can't say some now you can't even talk to your family members' kids, right? They get all bent out of shape. But the bottom line is, if your kids are learning a behavior in the home, it's called learned behavior when they're out in the community. When they see this recklessness in the community, they know that this behavior needs to be modified. So you got to redirect your behaviors, right? And it's got to start in the home. Unfortunately, we all know this, right? But sometimes some kids may learn more and better, healthier skills and behaviors outside of the home. What does that tell us, right? But we have a lot of pain and brokenness and trauma in our home, guys. So again, brainwashing, programming, learning, it's all a part of life, but we have to do it in healthy ways. You got to teach a child in a healthy way. You talk to a child in a healthy way. You discipline a child in a healthy way. But if you're not healthy, that's impossible. So this is why now I'm 57 talking about, man, this and that, right? The behaviors I learned, I had to redirect those behaviors. I had to redirect those behaviors. I had to reprogram my mind because some of the things I learned and did were not right. They were faulty, dysfunctional, all of those things in life. But now we see kids out here that's really broken and hurt and lost. We had a village. We had grandmamas and big mamas and aunties and uncles on our back. You hear me? But again, now they don't have those. They don't have that type of community involvement in our kids' lives. But when you see the young folks, I just speak to them. It's real nice. They'll hold a conversation with you. Trust me, because they want somebody to listen. They hurting. Remember, they're hurting. This is why they're acting out. So again, but what is it about? It's about the self-love. It's about self-awareness. You gotta love on yourself. You got to care for yourself. Because you can't get out of the bed if you in a jacked up space and wake your kids up in the morning. What are they hearing? Think about it. So again, as I always say, guys, we got to love on ourselves. And people will always know that even though you might check them quick, they know where your heart is. But as I always say, that self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Be great today.
Marty Ball, what you want to leave them with?
Love as always. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back on here tomorrow at 1 o'clock for what we discussed today. I just want y'all to understand that it's not always what it looked like or what it seemed to be. A lot of these stuff that's leaking out now, we talked about this almost a year or two ago. We know it was made in China. Even the Orange Man came out and said it was made in China. And people, we got to stop letting them give us our villains. Stop letting them give us our leaders. Stop just letting them say, okay, these the black people leaders and these who y'all should listen to. These the black people enemy and this who y'all should hate. We should just start opening our eyes and don't judge, man, by people's words, but by their actions as well. So I just want y'all to see that it ain't always what it appears to be overnight. When it comes to the kids, we gotta protect the kids. And we gotta understand we once was kids too. We was once programmed kids. We need to break the cycle. Stop thinking that we smarter than the ones that came before or the ones that's gonna come after. We all need each other. We need our elders to come out and help us with this. We need the youngest to actually listen, but it's gonna take us to get out of this competition that the old heads don't know what they talking about and the youngest just don't want to listen. At the end of the day, it's gonna take all of us to work together. Right now, and I feel like I'm in the middle because I'm 34. But hey, some people I'm considered still young. But I just look at it. We just gotta work together and stop letting them raise our kids. Stop letting them program our kids. And always remember, we once was those kids. So stop thinking that we wasn't programmed. We gotta really relearn everything, unlearn and relearn, because a lot of the things that we know today and a lot of things we believe in is the things that they input into us. They told us where we was at. They gave us and the earth is this and it's round and everything. We never do stuff on our own. We don't do our own discovery. We don't even do our own research. We just read the books that they publish and make money off of on our history, which never makes sense to me. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We'll be back on here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Love y'all, man. I'm out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. I want to give a shout out right now. I'm gonna take this opportunity to give a shout out to all you single moms out there that's active in your child's life. I ain't talking about the single moms that got a kid and you ain't never home with the next door neighbor or with the sister or the brother or something crazy. I'm talking about the ones that's active in their kids' life. I want to send you a shout out, man, of thanks, man. You're doing the right thing. You know, and I know it get rough for you guys sometimes. You know what I mean? You want to go out and do some other things, but you gotta, you know, be with Shaw. You gotta make sure he all right. Make sure he all right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't get to go out. You know what I mean? So keep being a parent though, because that's what's gonna be your health. That's what's gonna make you happy as they grow up. That you know you poured into your child the right thing, and you know how they're gonna be or how they react. And once they get grown, whatever decision they make on their own is a whole different ball game. But as long as you train your child as a child, as a kid growing up, then they should come out pretty well. It should be, as long as they don't get on those drugs and all that kind of mess. That stuff changes people. That stuff messes people up. But also, I want to get a shout out to those active grandmothers. The real grandmothers, which we should be calling them the real big mamas now. You know what I mean? That's active in your grandchild's life. Women, please understand, this is a job that you have to do. You can't get selfish and point, well, I ain't live my life because you done had 5 kids. I ain't get to raise I can't do nothing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just hurry up, get the kids to a certain age where they can get out the way. No, you have a job and a responsibility to raise the child in the right way. The only person going to do it is you, the grandmother. You raised your daughter. Yeah, she done had a child, or you raised your son, he done had a child. You still got work to do. You still got work to do. So I'm just giving y'all a shout out, man, and a thanks. And a thanks, man, for just being active. Being active in that child's life. Don't have your kids just sitting at home playing video games all the time. Get them into sports. The world is about doing sports. The world is about being music, actors, doctors, police officers, detectives. These are the things that they're going to have to choose from when they get at a certain age on how they're going to, give back to their community. So you ladies, you're most definitely being recognized. Because I know a few women, the single moms that got their kids into a lot of things doing it. And I know grandmothers that's loving their grandkids, being a part of their grandkids' life. It's a joy for real. It's a joy. You know what I mean? So just keep up the good work, ladies. Stay focused, man. Everybody needs somebody to love. So I ain't gonna say, man, don't be worrying about no nigga. No, you need to have some kind of passion in your life for those times when you may be filled up, but you need somebody to just lean on and talk to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But stay focused in your child's life or your grandkids' life, man. And as I always say, if ain't nobody told you they love you today, we do. And it's time to the next time.
Peace.
We out of here.
We love you guys. Stay safe. But I wanted to also give flowers and say congratulations to Claire McKenzie, one of the regulars on the show. She is now Dr. Claire.
Okay, Dr. C.
Okay, she made it.
Dr. Claire and Damon Litter hit 71 last night. I was going crazy, y'all.
71. History, man. I keep telling people, I always said that if he went to the Warriors and Stephen Curry went to his team, we would love Dame more than what we love Steph today. He's just as good as Steph Curry, if not better. He just never had a team. So you give him Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, he'd probably about 5 championships. But I'm happy for the man. Peace, Kimberly. Who else we had in here before?
We had Reese, Big D, DJ Slicky, Dr. Purpose, on purpose, with the purpose.
For purpose.
Because we have purpose. Kenneth was in here. We had Laquita. Butterman came through. Kimberly, Roslyn, and Carmen.
Okay, man. Y'all keep watching.
Yes. Love you, Dr. Purpose. I enjoyed watching that Instagram post. It was, man, y'all, you got something on. You on to something, Doc.
Yeah, I went back and watched it. It was good. Y'all keep watching, man. We got
Cajun Chef.
I'm out, y'all.
All right, love you guys. Stay safe. Don't forget to wear your mask.
You better wear something.
I'm not Dr. Fauci, but shit, I'm trying
it's
to
out here now.
myself.
Yeah. Check yourself. All right, Janice, you be safe down there. Love you.
Yes, love you too, Mom. Stay safe.
One time to cuss. When I be making y'all mad, what y'all be thinking?
Man, this fat, flat ass bitch get on my goddamn nerves.
This fat, lazy ass bitch get on my motherfucking nerves when she say, but you do this, but you do that with her lazy ass.
Man, this fat, funky ass bitch always wants something.